Good morning. You join Jazz and I on the way to the Worcester Festival 5K. I'm a little bit nervous. Today we'll be trying to PB at 5K. Currently, my PB is 21:24. Garmin reckons I can do 20:56. So we'll be trying a Sub-21. And then, can we beat Garmin? I'm going to try to stick to 4:10s if you work in kilometres. And I don't know what it is if you work in ounces. And yeah, just giving it a good go and trying to finish strong. Last year, I had a bit of a mare. Went out way too hard with the front runners, Andy included. So this time, hopefully, we keep it conservative and just get the job done with a nice negative split. Jazz will be taking photos. She'll be capturing the pain in 4K. So yeah, join me on the start line. Bye-bye. What did I say bye-bye?
Okay, so here is the Worcester Festival 5K start line. The race director there giving us instructions. We're to run around the river anti-clockwise, and the start and finish is in the same place. So I'm looking around, trying to assess who's here, who I can kind of latch on to, who's around my pace. We do have Andy from It's on Andy next to me, but he'll be going out for that sub-20 that he's chasing. He's in his Adidas Takumi Sense 10s. They're brand new, box fresh, and looking good, so I'm envious. And before I know it, we're counting down from 5, and then we are off. Straight onto the grass here for a pretty fast start. Just trying to get out of everyone's way, really, and position myself well for this tight right angle in a moment. This right turn can be a bit of a doozy, but we managed to navigate it well as we transition from grass onto the harder surface, and the rest of the course will be on this kind of surface. We've got Malvern buzzards around us, we've got Malvern joggers, it's local clubs all together here. And I'm just kind of getting a feel for the pace. I don't really look at my watch until around 500 meters generally, because between GPS and just how fast you go out for that start, it's not very reliable. I just go for effort. And so here we see Andy going off a little bit, which is good, as we don't want to match him at all. We kind of want to settle for that 4:10 pace. Otherwise, this will be a real misery, and we want an equally paced or negative split to run the best race we can. So we're hoping to just kind of find someone that's around my pace and I can stick with them. As you can see, this is, a public footpath. The whole thing's on public footpaths, and we've got to dodge people and pets. They've as much right to this area as we do, and it is Sunday, it is 10 a.m, it is sunny, so Worcester's Riverside, it's going to be busy, so that's going to be a little extra obstacle to navigate. Coming up to Diglis Bridge here, we can see my wife aiming like a sniper with her camera, and she successfully captures some excellent photos. This is despite my poor instructions. I told her we were coming from a different angle, but she managed to quickly adapt and capture these great shots of me chasing after Andy. I'm chasing after Andy, guys. I don't know what's happened, but here we are. I turned my camera on just before we hit 1K. You can see my pace is around where I now want it to be. So we were hoping to go out 4:10s in mind. And so I'm just kind of gauging who's around me. I did chance a little look backwards, and I noticed that I was kind of on my own now. People had already settled back, maybe looked at their watches, had a panic, and realized this was a bit too hot. So I'm pretty much at the back here. We've got someone in front of me, and then we've also got Andy. We tick over that first kilometer in 4:02. A little too fast, let's be honest. That's too hot right there. What is perhaps the hairiest part of the course is coming up here. The footbridge. This crosses over the Worcester-Birmingham Canal, and as you can see, it is busy right now. So I really want to get across here before pedestrians try and get across. Andy gets across. I see a lady thinking about coming, so I do surge a little bit. I thank her twice, and I carry on. At this point, I've looked behind me. I've seen that there's no one to kind of fall back to. If Andy loses me here, he's just in front. I'll be in no man's land, and it will be a grim one. It'll be a grim experience. So for the remainder of this side of the river, it is basically just me being an avid It's on Andy fan. I'm tracking Andy 2K ticks over here in 4 minutes 8 seconds, which is a bit more appropriate for the 21-minute goal. But as you might imagine, that 4:02 at the start, our heart rate went too high too quickly, and so this has become a real slog. And just coming up now is Worcester Bridge. Lovely bridge, except when you have to run up it. So there's only a slight incline here, but when you're at 183, 184 heart rate, and you know this is going to push it further up, it's a grim one. So I think Andy goes wide and I take the inside, but he remains in the lead. Andy's got control here. I've kind of given up on my watch, and I'm just so focused on Andy here and just trying to trick my brain. I'm telling my brain, if Andy drops us, then we're in no man's land and it's going to be so miserable. And yeah, we come over the bridge here. We're coming up to the 3rd kilometre, which we're going to tick over in 4:16. So that's a little too slow, really. We were aiming for those 4:10s, but at this point, I was honestly battling my brain so much here. Andy gets a few steps ahead, and then I'm like, just let him go. What is even the point? But then I'd get him back. So I'm proud that I managed to do that, even if obviously the pace was slipping. But Andy, whether he knows it or not, as I say, he's dragging me along. And yeah, dodging other runners. Can't actually remember seeing them. I think I've just got black dots in front of my eyes at this point. We are digging deep, and it is costing us. We've still got 2K to go. Come on, Mac, what are you doing? So the 4th kilometre, are you ready for it? 4:18. Oh dearie me. So we've slowed down pretty considerably. We're slower than my 10K pace here, and I'm feeling it. You can see. I've just maneuvered my watch here actually to Garmin's race predictor. So at the start of the race, I set my target as 5K, and so it gives you an estimate based on how fast you're moving, of course. And so throughout the rest of this, you perhaps will see it in the footage, it will be saying a number. Hopefully under 21. So for the rest of this race, I'll be looking at that watch and staring at that number, using it as my motivation to get beneath 21. We're crossing the bridge. So this is Diglis Bridge. My wife again is on the other side, and she snaps a fantastic photo of me and Andy here. Look at that. And also me. It looks like I'm smiling, but I definitely was not happy. Andy breaking away here as we turn the corner, and I am hurting with 500 meters to go. As my breathing gets even heavier here, I see Andy breaking away a little bit here, going for that overtake. I really don't have anything left except when that final sprint comes and you find something. I just know that this is going to hurt. One of the Bourneville Harriers here, he has slowed a little, so I think we've got him. So I'm just looking at my watch, looking at the Harrier, and just trying to just bring him towards me. We've got one more corner here, and I definitely have a sprint finish in me because I feel like I always do, as bad as I feel. Heart rate 188, so we still have a little bit to go there. My max is 195, and I've done like the end of a park run, the last 400 meters, we've done that above 190, so perhaps I had more to give here. Andy, easy lead. I am not catching Andy there, but we have taken over that Harrier, and then we're coming back down this little bit here, transition back onto the grass where we were hopefully under 21 minutes ago, and we will cross the line. Let's see if we can get below 3 minutes for this sprint. Can Mac do it? 189 heart rate. You got more to give there, Mac? Oh no, he's well, that was quite woeful. But we got to cross the line. So there we go, the Worcester Festival 5K complete. I don't yet have the official time, and I didn't press my watch on the finish line. So hopefully we got sub-21. The first and second kilometers were fast, a little too fast perhaps, but they felt reasonably comfortable. But then the climb up to the bridge and then coming down the bridge, I really felt the fatigue, and I was very reliant on Andy. It's on Andy. He was just in front of me, and I was just tracking him for the third and fourth kilometers. We did slow down a little too much, but picked it up a little bit for the 5K and finished stronger than I really felt in that moment. It was tough. Like, it was a little tough, a little too early on. But hopefully sub-21, I'll confirm the official time on screen. And also Jazz took some fantastic photos of
well, the front runners at the very least. I think I'd like dodged out of Jazz's vision in the camera, so hopefully there's a photo there, so I'll put them on screen, but Jazz did a great job there. It's just a great run. It's a route that I use for training at a much slower pace, so it's always interesting to just go full send, and yeah, I had good fun with it. Always one that I'll look forward to, so hopefully it's on again next year. Sub-21, hopefully. If I didn't get Sub-21, if it's the official time's like 21:10, I'll be quite sad. So hopefully, right on screen right now is Sub-21, otherwise Mack, you're looking like an idiot. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.